Ladies and gentlemen, dear Commission colleagues, welcome to Finland. Unfortunately, I was not able to join you in person, but thank you for this opportunity to say a few greeting words and set the scene. I will be brief so that you have more time to enjoy the sauna. As you may have noticed when you landed to Helsinki, there are plenty of forests in Finland. The same applies to Sweden, and therefore such joint action in the context of Forest Academy makes perfect sense and is very welcome. As Commission Vice President responsible for jobs, growth and investment, I cover a broad range of responsibilities. In my work, I have noticed that today forest-related issues are in the discussions much more than before. Finns and Swedes may have seen forests as a cross-cutting issue for a long time due to the great impact they have on their societies. Now this cross-cutting nature has been more and more recognized also in Brussels and other parts of Europe. Forests are linked to European policy areas like, for example, climate, energy, industrial competitiveness, and of course our nature legislation. Forests also play a role when we move towards a more circular economy model. Among other renewable resources, forests are also an important part of bioeconomy, which is the renewable segment of circular economy. So how can these linkages be seen? For example, the LULUCF regulation adopted this May sets out a solid framework to bring our forests into the EU's climate policy objectives. LULUCF stresses the role of sustainable forest management and sustainable use of forest products in climate policies, in particular with respect to the long-term goals. Another example is our circular economy agenda. The Commission adopted its first ever Circular Economy Action Plan in 2015. The idea, in a nutshell, is to move from linear production and consumption models into more circular and efficient ones. Forests are linked to this agenda, for example, by providing more sustainable alternatives for materials that are causing environmental harm. An excellent example is various plastics that are ending up in the environment and could be replaced by more sustainable alternatives. The third example on how the forests are contributing to the European policy agenda is the bioeconomy. This October, the Commission updated its bioeconomy strategy to have a more horizontal approach to the sustainable use of renewable resources. We listed 14 concrete measures on how to better utilize the sustainable potential of renewables and scale up bioeconomy all over Europe. For countries like Finland and Sweden, the main interest naturally lies in the forests, but hopefully they are actively looking at other areas like waste and agriculture as well. These are just some examples to prove my earlier point that forest-related issues are on the table more than before. Therefore, I would like to congratulate all of you Forest Academy participants, because for this trip both the time and place are excellent to discuss forest-related issues. I had a look at your program and I see that you will get a full 360-degree view on forests and their active use in Finland. If you feel like you missed something, you are always welcome to come back. I hope you enjoy your program, have great discussions, and who knows, learn a thing or two about my home country and especially its forests. Thank you again. I hope you have a great time during your visit.